Welcome back to another Thursday's Tactical Tip. Today on T3, Yoki Maurx is going to talk to us about where on our person we carry our concealed firearm and give us some ideas and some things to think about.
Welcome back to another edition of Thursday's Tactical Tip. I'm Yoki Maurx with Warrior's Edge Armory, and today we're going to talk about where do you carry your gun. I don't mean the location you carry it into, but where on your person do you carry it? Now there are a number of different ways that people carry their gun. I carry strong side, hip, or slightly behind the seam of the pants. Now, obviously today I'm carrying open, but even when I carry concealed, I carry in that same spot. What I want you to think about is where do you carry and what are the pluses and minuses of that. The thing I like about carrying strong side, either open or concealed, is that's where I'm trained. I know no matter what happens, I can reach to my strong side and that's where my gun is. I have a law enforcement friend who was serving a warrant off in the middle of the mountains at a marijuana grow. And he had his new tactical vest on, the holster across the chest. He had his gun in it. He was looking all the part of an operator. And as he's going through the forest to this marijuana grow, boom! Something explodes from the bushes in front of him. He reaches for his gun, but he's not carrying it there anymore. It's up on his chest. Thankfully, there's only a deer running away. But from that day on, he carried the same place every time. I do the same thing, strong side hip. A lot of people like to carry down on the ankle in an ankle holster. Benefit to that, you don't have anything on your belt line that can be seen, and it's pretty easy to conceal as long as you're wearing baggy enough pants. Downside though, in order to get the gun, you either have to bring your foot up, get it, and now you can engage, or you have to take a knee, draw, and engage. Obviously, that's going to be a little bit slower. The next way people often carry their gun is an appendix carry. Depending on the size of gun, if it's a nice small gun, it's a semi-comfortable way to carry because even when you're sitting down, if you drive a lot or sit in an office, you're able to sit down and it doesn't dig into your thigh. Downside of this, I find that when people carry an appendix carry, one, if you go into draw, you're aiming at vital, you have your guts, you have femoral artery, you have things you don't want to shoot. So, a little bit of worry there, but I find that when people draw, they typically draw from an appendix carry, and they draw out like this. It's here, and now they're punching in. All of this is wasted movement. The other thing they'll do is they'll draw, and then they sweep up, because they're drawing here, and then they sweep up. I call it bowling. When you draw a gun, as we've talked about, you don't want to bowl your gun up. You don't want to fish with your gun. It's not Charlie's Angels. You want to bring your gun up, rock it, and punch straight out. As I talked about the zipper effect, engaging as you go if need be. When people are drawing from an appendix carry, they typically bowl with it. The last thing we're going to talk about is carrying in the small of the back. If you drive a lot, sit down a lot, it makes it very hard to get to the gun. It's also relatively uncomfortable. But that's not the reason that I dislike it. The main reason I dislike it is dangerous. You have a chunk of metal over your spinal cord, and if you get in an altercation, it doesn't always start off with deadly force. It could start off with, "You cut me off," "No, I didn't," and then they shove you down, you fall, you land on your back, and you break your spine, your back. Because you're landing in between the hard ground and your body, there's an inch and a half thick piece of metal for your spine to try to bend over. It is very, very dangerous to carry there. Along with the fact that drawing from behind the back, again, you get that bowling motion, which you don't want. Main thing I want you to remember is this. Any gun is better than no gun. So if you're carrying, like when I was in a friend of mine's wedding, I had to wear a tux, couldn't carry on the hip, I carried an ankle holster. I don't do it often, but it is an option. Main thing is, carry your gun the same place all the time. So you don't have to worry about remembering where your gun is if and when the time comes that you need to draw it. You don't want to be, oh yeah, there it is today. Keep it. I carry strong side hip, slightly behind the seam of my pants, and 99% of the time, that's where it is. I can guarantee you, if I have it anywhere else on my person, I know it's there because it is uncomfortable, it feels different, and that is what keeps me remembering where it is. Join us again next week for more on Thursday's Tactical Tip.
Be sure to come back next Thursday. Yoki is going to talk to us about if we're out with our family and we're at a restaurant or something like that, and that place is being robbed. Some things that we can do and some things for us to think about. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and share it, and you can always subscribe by clicking on the bullet. And until next time, take care and be safe.